What is going on, people? Welcome to another edition of The Tap Out. We are here live with you, here to discuss the event surrounding UFC 300. Also, maybe some other stuff. We'll see how it happens. But when I say me, I don't just mean me. We got my man Jiggity Jake about to come in on y'all. What's good, bro? Can't hear you. That we're doing great right away.
Hang on. There
it's
we
going
go.
Great.
All right, yeah. I'm about to say I think I've had about 4 different setups. This is the newest one. This is the bedroom with the rustic feeling to it. You know, I got kicked out of the dining room. But yeah, other than that, great start to the weekend. Looking forward to a lot of playoff hockey. Reviewing this card. NBA playoffs are here. I mean, what better time of year is it? Got the draft next week. Come on now.
Man's telling the truth. But again, we got one more member, surprise guest today. Not who you're used to seeing in this third square, but our resident hater, my man Lewis.
Hello, it's me, Lewis.
That's him and that mustache.
Tried a different look today.
How we doing today? Everybody good?
Watching the NBA playoffs.
Yeah, who's winning?
Minnesota by big, like 20 points.
Predictable.
I told you I was done watching that game because I was tired of seeing Phoenix get cooked.
Phoenix is not that good.
Yeah, they're doing bad because Isaiah Thomas is in.
They could always do a lot better than they're doing, but they just they ain't got no bench.
So UFC 300. Are we starting with, or we gonna start with the news first? You got some news?
I ain't got no news actually.
No news is good news, huh?
I mean, if anybody really cares, it was just announced. It was fairly quickly, by the way, within a week's time. Jamal Hill already has a fight. He's going to be going against Khalil Roundtree at a fight night. I believe he's going to get International Fight Week. So June 29th, I believe, is International Fight Week. I'm not sure. I need someone to fact check me on that. But yeah, I believe that's the news that came out, and I think he's now ranked 3, and Roundtree's ranked 8th.
I mean, he's on the roster.
Yeah,
made the team.
It's one way to look at it. All right, so we're gonna jump into UFC 300.
Yes,
you guys want to do?
Yep.
Here we go. Right out the gate.
Definitely a sad opening for me. I think Garbrandt looked good on the feet to start off the fight. I think once Figueiredo realized, bigger weight class, this guy's still fast for him. Let's go ahead and go to something that I'm good at and get him to the ground. And he as soon as he got him to the ground, it was pretty much over. He was able to take the back after Garbrandt made one scramble away, but as soon as that back was taken, went into a guillotine choke in the second round with only 58 seconds left, I believe, and smoked him.
Do you have the list with our picks on them?
I do. I still have that over there, actually.
I think everyone except for Cody, except for Jake, picked Davidson.
No, I actually picked Figueiredo. Oh. I didn't want to, but I was like, I need to be smart with my picks for once and not be, the word subjective, right?
It's going to be some eraser smudges by that pick, I'm guessing.
Oh, no, wait, look, it's all ink. We're good.
Some sweat stains.
See the scratches?
I made sure I could. And no scratches, only one scratch, and it was for Mike to pick Holloway. That's it. So I've got Jake, Will, Mike, and Lewis all took Figueiredo in this. So that's someone keep a score counter.
Was there any prediction on it? Like when, in what?
No, I wasn't able to keep none of that.
Oh, okay.
I'm working with such a small notepad of paper, man. I can't.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
really.
have to
why?
I mean, it wasn't. You didn't have to do that, but
I didn't have anything else near me, and it was on the spot.
Like, let me go get this.
Yeah, pretty much.
Was it only the one? It seemed like you could have used one for each of us.
Well, I mean, I honestly, I should have. because this is 3 people's worth of picks and Lewis is on the back.
You're doing great.
I'm going to go out and buy a notepad since we're going to be doing more, card by card predictions. I'm going to need a bigger piece of paper than just, a half of a note.
This man needs supplies. All right.
Well, I didn't realize the extent you were getting into here. Go ahead and announce the next fight, Will.
Next one was Bobby Green, Jim Miller.
Not surprised at all that this fight wasn't a finish. It made perfect sense because Jim Miller's just game for anything, and he's going to go in there with his heart on his sleeve and, go out on his shield. That's exactly what happened. The difference between him at the beginning of the fight and the end of the fight was wild, though. He got beat up. Bye.
For this fight, it was kind of like it just showed me how bad Bobby Green is. Because
he should have been able to finish an old man.
Pretty easily, and then he got rocked like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, that is fair. But I don't believe Bobby Green moved up any bit in the rankings from this. I don't.
Shouldn't have.
Did we all pick Bobby Green?
He actually fell. He fell to 15th.
Yes.
That's because Holloway now is ranked, so he moved up, and everyone else below him pretty much moved down.
Is Holloway now
He's 9th.
number 1 featherweight?
Oh,
Let's see.
He's number 2 behind Volk.
No, he's number 2 behind Volk. And then in the lightweight, you're right, he is ranked 9th. So he is probably the only guy currently ranked in 2 different weight classes.
He can't beat Volk, though.
Volk's not ranked in the lightweight.
I'm saying, hasn't he had like 3 chances at Volk?
Him, yeah, he lost the title and then lost the rematch. Won 2 fights, I believe, got another one and lost. But Volk's not the champ right now. Ely is, so he could get another title fight, no issue. I'm looking at middleweight just to make sure that Pereira's not ranked there still, and I'm not seeing him. So right now, Holloway is the only person ranked in 2 divisions in the UFC. And by the way, because of he's not on this card. We're not talking about people not on this card. I'm not going to go on a tangent. We're trying to get through this card. Everyone took Bobby Green in this fight. It was pretty, obvious.
Pretty easy. Those odds are just, I don't know how they were that close.
This next one, that was the first split. 2
really
people
good
got
fight.
It right. 2 people got it wrong. 2 people got it right. I believe that the decision went the wrong way, personally, with Jessica winning. I think it being a split decision was at least respectable for Marina because I think she had a fair game plan. But, Jessica's a wily veteran and she knows what she's doing while she's in the octagon. As far as picks go, myself and Lewis took Marina, and Will and Mike took Amanda Andrade. So you guys are officially up on me and Lewis in a tie for first. I think you guys picked the same people all the way down. Oh, wait, no. Will's going to get one up later on down the card.
Look at him go. What a man.
Very
what a
nice.
Trooper.
You got anything on this fight, Will?
Nah, I don't. I think I missed most of this fight.
That was a really good fight, bro. Like, honestly, if she just doesn't go to the ground, she wins the fight. But,
all right.
Those tall, really skinny people, whenever they go down, it's rough for them.
I really want. I'm gonna have some fun with this one. Not Will. Sorry, Will. Lewis, you're the one that gets to talk about this fight first because I know you have something to say about it.
So I saw the replay for this, right? And initially, when I saw the fight, I'm like, okay, he turned around, fine, still fucking low IQ moments, terrible. Like, why are you even doing that? Trying to just win the bonus off of one shot when he clearly is still. He got dropped, instantly got back up, and then he started complaining that I think it was Herb Dean. And it's like, why? Like, just fight. And he got choked out, I think, in the second round. Was it?
No. Oh, yeah. No, he lost by TKO punches.
Oh, it was. Oh, yeah, he was on the ground. He was getting hammer fisted. Yeah.
He was face down on the ground. He was trying to cover like this and was getting absolutely destroyed.
Will knows this, but I'm against like whenever a fighter gets knocked out and they follow up with punches. But this is like the perfect scenario when he should have done that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, it's literally the rule of the game. You don't stop until the referee says stop. Now, at the same time, the referee, for example, Mario Yamasaki, don't need to be reffing because that's how people get seriously hurt. Jalen Turner probably could have been, Hanato Moicano could have been pulled off a little sooner, but we can't help that at that point in time. But Jalen Turner, It was, I mean, it's a different scenario. You could definitely tell when O'Malley was fighting Weiland that when he hit that one straight jab right to the face, Weiland was out. He fell backwards, and you could see him stiff. Moicano wasn't stiff. He fell backwards, rocked up, and rocked back up real quick. And it's like, why would you even try to walk away? Like you said, low IQ moment. Absolutely.
Moicano's post-game speech to that was amazing. I want you on my podcast, motherfucker. Joe Rogan.
Yeah, that was hilarious. This is like the stupid forward progress, and then the guy lets him go, and then he goes for 80 yards because they didn't blow the whistle. Like it's you gotta just stay on it, play through the whistle. You gotta. So sucks for him.
At least just don't turn around. If you just wouldn't have turned around, he'll see like, oh, I just knocked him down. I didn't actually knock him out.
Yeah. And the crazy thing was, I was very high going into Jalen Turner on this fight, and he did exactly what I said he was going to do in the first round. He was going to be very entertaining. Every fight he in is normally entertaining and has some wow factor to it. And once he walked away and the fight wasn't called over, he had a what's that called, Will? Adrenaline drain. He lost all of it because he thought the fight was over. And after that, it was Moicano all the way through. The rest of that round was Moicano, and then as soon as the fight started in the second round, Turner never regained the pressure of the fight, and he kind of just fell off quick.
Yeah, he got out of it mentally.
And Turner did what he always does. He disappointed. That's why he's ranked 10.
And we have 3 Turners, and Lewis was the only one right with Moicano. So now you're officially tied with Mike and Will, and I'm behind 1.
Damn.
Next fight, that's all the fights for the early prelims. We are officially onto the preliminary card, which the preliminary card was absolutely fantastic. I don't know how you guys felt about it. I liked it. And there's something hilarious I'm going to be able to say about the third prelim fight. It's going to be pretty entertaining. But this was a fight that I was really looking forward to, and it's because I'm very high on Diego Lopez. I think he's an absolute monster, and he showed it. He knocked out Sadiq Youssef, who, in my opinion, is on a decline. I don't think the very first time I saw Youssef fight, I thought, wow, this is going to be the featherweight version of the Nigerian wave coming through the UFC. He had one good fight, and that was it. He's been an absolute dumpster fire ever since that one fight. And Diego Lopez knocked him out in 1 minute and 29 seconds of the very first round. And I would hate, and I'm not even going to act like I've seen it. I missed it. I was taking a smoke break, and I missed the knockout, and I still have not seen the replay. So, Will, if you know how to get the replay before show's end, I'd love to see it. But yeah,
he rocked him twice, and the uppercut was just beautiful.
But I think Lopez can do very good. I believe he's ranked.
He's now got ranked. He's ranked 14th, and I think it's a crime that he's ranked that low.
Dude, all because he only jumped Sadiq Youssef, and they let Aljamain Sterling get ranked,
which makes sense
8th.
because he fought that guy. But how is he behind, Giga? How is he behind Dan Ige? It doesn't really make sense.
Or Barbosa, for that matter, and Bryce Mitchell. He should be right behind. He should be 10th. He should be right behind Calvin. If I'm looking at it myself, if I'm looking at these rankings right now and they're correct, he should get that 10th spot. But I think they're being very careful with what they do with the Contender Series guys. I'm not sure though, because he was a Contender Series guy, and the Contender Series fighters that have come out have either been very good or very bad, and I think they were taking their time. But he trains with Mackenzie Dern. He's from that very technical camp. I'm like, I don't think he's just going to fall off. But I'm a huge fan of this guy. I love the hair. I love the attitude. He comes out there. He has a swag about him, and he's just, for a featherweight, he's got stone hands. He just does it all. I think he's going to be great.
I think before the year ends, he's going to crack the top 10.
I fanboyed a little too much. Will hates when I do that. So I think I caught back up with it. No, God damn you, Mike. Okay, Lopez or Jake, Mike, and Lewis all took Lopez. Will took Youssef.
Wow. Imagine.
So
terrible
Will's back down with me, and Lewis and Mike are now leading. I don't think I'm going to catch back up. Oh, wait, I'll be able to catch Mike. Holy shit. All right, no, and then I'm right back down. Son of a bitch, I hate this. All right, next up we have Will versus Lewis. Kayla Harrison versus Holly Holm. This ended in the second round, or second? No, third. No, fuck.
It's a second.
Read. Hold on. Okay, now I can read. All right. It ended in the second via rear naked choke. In my opinion, this was a fight that Kayla Harrison should have won. Not dominantly, because Holly Holm might be 41 years old, but she is still a bad bitch, and she knows what she's doing. She's a wily veteran, former champ.
Came in with a full game plan, though. Take her to the ground. Like, why?
Yeah.
Because that's what she's known for. She was in the Olympics and a 2-time gold medalist. She kind of did the whole, this was a bad matchup for Kayla Harrison because Holly Holm destroyed the former queen of judo and Ronda Rousey. That's what Kayla Harrison does. She's a judo person, right? Yeah, black belt in judo. So. I don't know. She looked pretty skinny for that fight.
Skinny. She built like a linebacker.
She lost her. She lost her mass because of that weight cut. She wasn't as big as we thought she was.
Just Michael Chandler with the wig.
Imagine her not being as big as you expected and still being a monster.
All right. Lewis, stop getting everything right.
That's what I do.
Lewis and myself took Harrison. Will and Mike took Holly Holm. So now I'm tied with Lewis is above me by 1. Then it's me. Then it's Mike and Will.
She's gonna be the champion of this division for the year's over. There's no one that's gonna be able to protect against that mass if they get taken down.
Let's see, Kayla Harrison. That's not the right thing.
Kayla bitch built like Morgan Harrison.
Kayla Harrison got ranked 4th out of that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who moved up. I don't think anyone could have. So Raquel Pennington's the champ. Juliana Pena's right behind her. Ketlin Vieira, and then I guess Ketlin moved above Mayra Bueno Silva, and then everybody else in the division moved down, and Kayla Harrison took 4.
I don't know who half of these women are.
Ketlin Vieira is really good. I don't know how you don't know her. All right, next fight was the fight that. Huh?
Have you met the guy?
Met who? Lewis?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. I'm still looking at the iPad. I'm trying to keep up. I know about Lewis and his thing, but I'm not going to say it live on set.
It's so weird, bro.
I'll say it in the group chat, but I don't like publicly bashing Lewis. It's weird. All right. The fight that Lewis was looking forward to most this night. Aljamain Sterling versus Calvin Kattar. Lewis, you start on it since you love Aljamain so much.
It was an awful fight. Sterling really faced no issues against Kattar, and he did what he's supposed to do. He just, took him down, did nothing with it, but he had all the ground control time, and that's how he won.
He kind of
very boring fight. It was this and the Bo Nickel fight were the 2 worst fights. Everything else was fire.
Yep.
This was the funny thing I was going to mention. Aljamain Sterling is the only guy on the entire card that did not get a post-fight interview.
Because he sucked.
Yeah. Joe Rogan, Daniel, John, no one went in the ring to interview him after the fight. He waited for a minute, and they said, get out of the ring. It was kind of wild. I think Dana was disappointed with the fight because Calvin's a banger. He stays up and he stands and bangs, and Aljamain just hugged him the whole time and literally wasted 15 minutes of everyone's time.
Seems very petty.
If you're scared to punch, don't get in the ring. Go wrestle in the underground.
And take half of the. Just make it boxing then.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you only want to strike, just make it boxing or kickboxing.
No. I'm fine with that. I respect the wrestling thing. I've said this multiple times. I liked watching Habib. Habib punched. Islam punches. Chris Weidman punched. DC punched.
Bo Nickel doesn't really punch.
He knocked out his last opponent, not the one that just fought with the last opponent.
He knocked out the greeter at Walmart. That's
Aljamain didn't do anything besides hug this man. It was weird. You need to go just do your wrestling stuff. Get out of here. I don't know why you like him so much, Lewis. I'm just kidding. It's just a fun.
I didn't. He actually grew on me a lot.
So Lewis, fucking asshole. Lewis and Mike took Sterling. Me and Will took Kattar. So now
why?
Will.
You guys got to explain that one to me. Why?
So that we all didn't have the same exact fucking picks.
Yes.
Okay.
So me, Will, and Mike are now tied again, and Lewis is 2 picks above us.
It's not good.
Next fight.
I got this one wrong. So
yes, you did.
I got Rakic mixed up with Ankalev, so I thought it was Ankalev, not Rakic. When I looked at him, I was like, "This isn't the same guy I fought John last time." But yeah, so I completely missed on who the fighter was, so I picked him.
It's crazy though. See, it wasn't that.
Imagine picking over Yuri.
Excuse
anyway.
me. I'm going to pick against Yuri every time, but that's just because I'm a hater. But this time I had a legit reason because I'm a fan of Rakic. He was coming back from injury, and he was kicking Yuri's ass the entire first round. And I think he gassed himself a little bit in that third round. He was finally getting caught because Yuri's a machine. Yuri's going to walk you down. Yuri's never going to stop. He's going to punch, and he's going to clip you. And the thing was, I don't know if you noticed this, Will, watching this fight, to me at least, Rakic's punches were connecting, and he was landing in bunches. Didn't look like it was affecting Yuri at all. But when Yuri would connect on Rakic, you could tell he was hitting him. He had a lot of reaction to each punch he was getting touched by. It was two completely different things. Yuri was a machine out there. I'm not going to say it because I fucked it up last time.
One punch KO power, and the other guy just didn't have it.
Yep.
Yeah. But I think that was a good fight back for Rakic. He still showed that, he's good. Let's see.
Does Jiri get a rematch now? He was number 2. He beat number 5, and the previous number 1 fell. So now Jiri's number 1.
Yes, Yuri's going to get the next fight unless Pereira decides he wants to. No, it's going to be Yuri.
Is it?
Well, you're right. I think you got a solid argument here. It could be Ankalaev. But someone, I don't know where I saw this. I had a couple people arguing. It might have been you two about they're trying to give fights that match Pereira's style.
That was Will.
It'd make more sense to throw Yuri in there because if you throw Ankalaev in, the thing is, Ankalaev's not really a wrestler. He'll stand and bang in there. He's not really a wrestler. He's not like the regular Dagestani guys.
Well, I mean, at this weight class, who's the wrestler? It was Glover, and he's on the same team as Alex. So,
hold on, I want to see if there happens to be any other wrestlers on this top 15.
Also, Dominic Reyes is number 14 in this division. How is he still ranked?
How is he still ranked? Is Nikita Krylov a wrestler?
Well, why would you give him a title shot above some of these guys?
Why did Jamal Hill at 7 get a title shot and win the title? Was he
at 7?
Yes, he was 7.
When he fought Glover?
Yes. They had nobody else. So that's how those.
Okay. There you go. You explained it. They had no one else.
That's how those the guys at the bottom of the list get a chance. But I think that's the lowest you'll ever see that. But yeah, no, if I'm looking at it, Yuri already had a chance, but he had a dominant performance against a top 5 opponent. Ankalaev's last fight was against who? I'm gonna look at it.
For some reason, I keep thinking he's the one that got injured versus John.
No, that was Rakic.
Are you sure?
Magomed.
Wow, versus Walker. Yeah, the fight that got remade because he got kicked or whatever.
Yeah, he's had to. This is the thing. Magomed Ankalaev's cursed, I swear, because he had that Ion Kutabella. He was playing possum, but he was actually knocked out. I think he just used it as an excuse, and he got knocked out in the first round only in 38 seconds. This got remade again at UFC 254 just for Ion Kutabella to get knocked out again in the first round just later on in the fight. He had a couple other good fights, winning by decision, and then he goes against Anthony Smith, completely knocks him out, has a draw with Jan Blachowicz, which I think sucked. I think one or the other one. I did not agree with the draw. I haven't watched the fight back in forever, but I didn't like the come off on that one. And then Johnny Walker, how far? It was 3 months
Walker's
apart.
the weirdest guy.
Yeah, it was a legal knee, and then they fought again, and he completely.
He's the one where they were ask him like, "Where are you?" He's like, "What? Huh?"
The desert.
Yeah.
This fight we have me and Lewis taking Rakic, Mike and Will taking Yuri Prohaska.
Okay, you guys catching up.
So now you guys are only 1 below Lewis, and I am 1 below them.
Which, by the way, this fight before what happens next was the best fight of the night at this point. This fight was really good.
That fight was definitely fun. I remember saying it. I was like, "This is fight of the night right now."
Very exciting. You would say.
Yeah, it was.
Like all of these fights.
No, it was absolute no. Yuri's fight
Yes.
I would say
previously was not.
only because
His
some of the
fight
other
against
fights didn't
Glover
go the
sucked.
distance. Like if that Lopez fight would have gone longer,
Yeah.
because that was a spectacular KO, but it came too early.
Yeah. All
Because
right.
if you look at everything before the Glover Teixeira thing, every other fight was a glorified banger. He's only went to decision once, and he's holy shit. He's got 26 knockouts for wins.
Oh,
Yuri.
yeah. Exciting, like I said.
And the fight that it was most recognizable and seeing to me was the one against Glover's, and I admitted I was wrong. So let's move on from it already.
Took a nap during this fight.
Yeah, this fight was terrible.
They're trying too hard to make an American Khabib.
That's fair. But no, yeah, I smoked, I ate food, and I did everything literally besides watch this fight because I do not like Bo Nickel at all. With that being said,
Such a turn.
everybody but Mike took Bo Nickel. So Mike's down with me. Mike is down with me, and then Will is in the middle, and then Lewis has the most right at this point.
This hurt Bo Nickel's stock really bad, by the way. Like he's gonna have to put up some really good performances versus better competition to get this opportunity again. Because on a historic card versus your local fucking mystery shopper, that's rough that he struggled.
There's absolutely no way that should have. I would have taken Figueiredo and Garbrandt, Andrade and Rodriguez, and Prohaska and Rakic in that spot.
Or even Harrison, the actual person they're trying to promote coming over from the PFL. That would have made a lot more sense.
I'm 100% with you.
Bo Nickel?
You know what? I'm just gonna fucking say it. Any fight on the preliminary, preliminary could have taken that fight. I would have taken any of them. Even the Bobby Green and Jim Miller fight, I'm serious, because Jim Miller's got fan favoritism all over him. People would want to see that fight more on the main card than that one.
No, this
it's wild. But this next one, oh my bad. I already named it. Will's in the middle, Mike's with me at the bottom, and then Lewis is at the top. Hold on. There we go. Next, Lewis, this is going to be the fight that I'm going to let you take again. Go ahead.
I actually didn't watch this fight. Then not the whole fight.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah, I had company, so I was busy.
It ended by split decision.
Mhm.
I think Sarukian honestly just, kind of
Squeaked it out.
did his thing. And yeah, exactly. I agree with you.
The thing is, I think Charles proved how dangerous he still is, though. He knocked him down, I think. He almost finished him 2 times as well.
With a submission, yeah.
He's still going to be up there. Like, he's not going to go away just because you keep giving him these tough matchups. He's going to be fighting for another championship soon.
Well, let's see. Sarukian jumped 3 spots and is now number 1 in the division. Charles Oliveira is 2. Gaethje is 3. Gaethje, hey, by the way, just to disprove your point, Lewis, Justin Gaethje moved down in the rankings not because of losing the BMF fight. It's because Arman beat Charles and moved up to 1.
Yeah, so him losing to an unranked guy at his weight class meant nothing for the fake belt.
Pretend Justin Gaethje wasn't on that card at all. Like, at all. He still would have been moved down.
Exactly, so his fight meant nothing.
If he would have won, he would have jumped Oliveira, though, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, he had everything to gain, nothing to lose.
If Gaethje would have won and Arman won, Justin Gaethje would be 2, Charles Oliveira would be 3, and Arman would be next in line. But both those guys just fought, or all 3 of them, right? Yeah, all 3 of them did. So Dustin Poirier is the only guy left. That's why he's getting the title shot, because you're not going to get Gamrot the title fight.
Should.
No.
I just keep they keep putting the same 2 guys for title shots. This is the Colby situation all over again.
No, there's no. There's no one available because Gamrot's got to fight against someone next, doesn't he? I thought he had.
Also, they try to lowball Arman after the fight. They're like, "Hey, in June you're gonna fight." He's like, "I'm not even gonna get a full training camp." So they knew what they were doing. They're like, "You know what? We're short arm him, and now we can get Poirier's title shot before him."
Yeah, it was 100% screwed up because after a fight, especially a full 3-round fight like that, they normally get like a 4 to 6 week hold where they're not allowed to fight, train, or anything because there's a certain healing process and hospital visits and other stuff that they got to go through before they're allowed to start training again. And then after that, they can start training again. Well, you take this. This fight Yeah, in
Converting
April.
Jake.
What happened?
Come to the dark side, Jake.
Well, no, I'm just saying you wait for, let's just say it's a month. You're in May by then, so you're only going to get 6 weeks of a training camp. But if it is 6 weeks that you have to wait because these fights are strenuous and long when they go to decision, now you're only going to get 4-week training camp to go against Islam, who is, I don't.
Which he mentioned, it was the reason he lost the first time. It was the exact same time frame. He's like, why now that I was going for a title, why am I going to take that low risk, like that risk again, versus having just a full training camp? It doesn't really make too much sense for the UFC. But again, they're trying to give their guys just one last hurrah before they retire, playing favoritism, and I get it.
But that's that, and we had everyone took Charlie Olive's no movement.
Really, everyone took Charles?
Yep, everyone took Charles in this one.
That is wow.
Next fight, I'm gonna wait for Will. Oh, here he is. Okay, so I'm the only stupid fucker in this one. Mm-hmm. I'm the only dumb fucker in this one. I took this as a draw, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that out there that I was wrong.
Yeah, also the worst call in the show's history.
Get out of here, dude. You know draws happen.
Yeah, except they're the worst thing, and to wish for one is like...
I didn't wish for one. I said I figured this is how it was going to go because...
Gross.
Holloway's never been knocked
down. Like picking an NFL game and saying, yeah, this is going down to a tie.
It's going to be a tie. The fuck?
The Patriots versus the Colts, it's a tie.
No. Think about the people that have actually put down $50 bets that the game was going to be a draw and they won and hit a huge off of it.
All 3 people?
Yes.
In the history of time.
Except for soccer.
You guys are having way too much fun with this. Moving on.
It's a terrible idea.
It's
also not
Mike,
content.
I would absolutely.
We have to pick on you, otherwise it's not content. That's the only way that this ended up being content.
Don't toque me. I ain't doing this. Don't toque me. All right. Mike and Will, and I'm gonna make Will explain this again anyway. Mike and Will took Holloway. But who took Holloway first and changed their pick? Because according to this, Mike changed his pick. So it had to be Will.
No, Mike changed his pick because of what I was saying about Holloway.
I dig that. That was pretty cool. But yeah, Lewis.
I thought it was going to be easy for Gaethje. I was like, you know what? He's going to beat the crap out of him. But no. Got very surprised.
Also, Lewis also took Gaethje.
I like to point out this was the fight that Lewis was like, "Who wants this?"
No. Not because it was not going to be good to watch.
Yeah,
Where's again? He moved down.
Who wants to see these two fight? It was the exact quote.
Was it?
Yes,
was it?
It was.
I doubt it.
Replay the tape.
That was a very good fight.
It's entertainment.
Who
cares what it does? Who cares what it does for the ranking? Gaethje knew he wasn't going to get a title.
Didn't do anything to the ranking.
Gaethje knew he wasn't going to get a title fight anytime soon, so you're going to take the most entertaining fight that can make you the most money, because at the end of the day, this is a business. So Justin Gaethje made a fuck ton of money off of this fight. That's why it mattered.
With no repercussion at all, other than
he dropped,
He didn't even drop it below Poirier. Like, it meant nothing. He dropped only because Armin won. That's it. That's the only reason.
It was definitely stakes for
I feel better now. You guys are all up on me by 2 now. You guys are all tied, and it's going to come down to
the one that we all picked the same.
No. Someone's tying for first in this, I think.
Damn.
All right, next fight, the co-main. Oh, my bad. This was my favorite fight of the night, by the way. I'm going to go ahead and announce that.
Which one?
Not this one. No. The Holloway and Gaethje. That was my favorite.
Yeah, that was all of my favorite fight. Yes.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and. Lewis liked the Aljamain fight the most.
No one in the history of mankind has ever said that.
What was it? Is that your favorite fight too? The Holloway and Gaethje.
Me or Will?
You, Lewis.
Me? Ooh, I don't know. I feel like the Jiri fight was really good, and Diego Lopez, that was just amazing. Again, the only bad side to that fight was that it ended way too early. But the KO, that was like worthy of the bonus, even though he didn't get it.
Fair enough. All right, now we're in the co-main event. This fight, it didn't have the wow factor I was hoping for and what I thought. I think Yan Xiaonan, I think she broke her nose. because there was a time where she couldn't. She was going to do the whole blow your nose thing, she was going to blow up like Cerrone did. I think Wei Lee's just on a completely different level, and I think I was just expecting some crazy ass, these two bad bitches absolutely going in there and swinging for the roof, and then it ended up being more of a ground thing, and it just kind of it sucked for a co-main event. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't mean to sound like Lewis, but they just sucked. Worst fight, or not worst fight not worst fight of the night, but it's like for a main card, this was the worst fight on the main card. Second, Bo Nickel was the worst.
It was not a bad fight. It's just what came before it on this particular night.
Mm-hmm.
It just didn't live up to that.
There was a tough stat to follow there. Will, go ahead and have a take on it if you like it.
I don't.
Was that boring? I think Jan, she's very close to winning. Like she was just missing that little bit. Once it got to the ground, it was just oof.
And by the way, here it is. We've got, God damn it. No, you're right. I lied. I'm in dead last by 3, and you guys are all tied for first with all the same amount of wins. You guys all took Wei Lee. I took Zhao Nan, so now I'm down by 3. I can't win, and then I'm going to be down by 4 because of this main event. Main event time, Pereira and Hill. I think I shouldn't have expected Jamal Hill to go out there and do something amazing because this guy was kind of accidentally pushed into a title fight. He won a title off of a miracle, not because he's technically sound or anything, but because he knows he's a street boxer. He's good at throwing hands. He's good at evading. He's very good to be able to throw hands. That is his game. That is his weapon. He has cannons for hands. But when you go against a guy that's a little technical like Pereira, you're going to get caught pretty quick, and that's exactly what happened. He lost to a grazing uppercut. It was crazy. And then got absolutely destroyed on the ground. I'm not shocked. I'm not upset. I think Pereira's got more fights ahead of him. Because I like Hill. I had some emotional investment, which I know I shouldn't.
That left hook is brutal, bro.
That Ryan Garcia left.
And it's like a mix of like a hook and like an uppercut at the same time because he comes at it with the diagonal. It's wild. He's like made a hybrid punch that I didn't know existed.
I think Mighty Mouse had like the best take on it on his podcast. He's like, when he came on my podcast, he said he was going to stand up with him. He was going to knock him out. It's like, your plan is to go up against a championship kickboxer and stand toe to toe with him. Like, he just like laughed it off whenever they did the actual podcast. But afterwards, he's like, that was really dumb. That was a horrible take, like horrible game plan going in.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to congratulate Mike, Will, and Lewis on all tying for first and leaving me in the absolute dust. I'm never making a fucking bet card again. Overall, I think it was a very good pay-per-view. I think there were the way that they made the card or the card order was terrible. How
much was it? Was it like $80?
It was probably the regular.
Imagine paying $80 and you get treated to Bo Nickel on the main card.
Yeah. For anyone wondering, there were 2 awards given out. Fight of the night was Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje. Each received $300K for it. Performance of the night went to Max Holloway and Yuri Prohaska. Prohaska got $300K. Max Holloway got an additional $300 and made a total of $600K plus his purse.
How'd you do that like comment thingy that popped up? Was that you, Will?
Say what?
It was like a little like finger that popped up next to Jake. How did that happen?
No, I didn't.
It was like a little bubble. It was weird. The hell?
I didn't see it either. You're making it up.
Watch it on the replay.
But yeah, that's did we get any comments for the show? I didn't even see if we had comments.
Guys, are we even live?
No, we were live. I got on YouTube and shared it out to Facebook.
Cool.
And up top left says live. It's just this is the first time I don't think I've seen a comment roll through.
I'm not in the chat, that's why.
Try to find the one from the group and then tag everyone, but I can't find it. It's like it didn't go. It might be my fault. Who knows?
Could be.
Sounds
like a Will thing.
It does.
If we didn't end up 3, 2, 4, 5, 6,
that'd be hilarious.
I can't check because
it's live. It's here. I'll copy a link. I'm sending it to my guy B-Nuts.
But real quick, I absolutely love the card. Besides for the way that certain things were placed, as a monumental historic card, as Will said, I'd give it probably fuck it. I'll be generous. I'd give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, same. Pretty good card. Couple duds, but everything else was really fun to watch.
What card would you even put above this, though? I feel like this is 10-10, best card in the history.
Now, technically, with it happening and it's already been gone and passed, now we can actually have that debate about between UFC 100, 200, and 300, where are we ranking them now? Because we only made those rankings based off of before this card happened, but just by basing it off of what the cards look like.
Yeah, this one easily,
very easily.
I still say 200's last, and yeah, I'm agreeing. Yeah, 100 goes to 2, and 300 definitely took it over.
I think with the memeable moments, especially it played perfectly for the UFC to just like this got them more fans easily.
Yep.
But yeah, that wraps up UFC for us. We have a fight night coming up, but I don't feel like going over.
I saw the card. The card is awful.
Yeah, it's the fight night card's not that great, and then UFC 301 looks pretty bad, but because we're game, we're gonna be covering it, even though we don't want to. But we got to.
They also put a pretty boring champion in Pantoja as the main guy. Like
he's not boring. It's just
he's boring. He's more boring than Jiri.
No. You can't. Nice. You can't have a flyweight main event a card. Not even Demetrius Johnson. I'm sorry. You can't have a flyweight. No.
Figueiredo versus Moreno.
Yeah, you can.
It was terrible still.
Really? Those were some really good fights.
No.
The issue is that both of those
he just gets married to a point and then he'll say ridiculous shit to back it. Like that fight wasn't great. No. Moreno and Figueiredo was a great fight. What are you talking about?
No, it's because the division's terrible. All because the top two guys fight 4 times doesn't mean you're going to have a banger every time. It was terrible.
And it's every single one.
You tried to save a division.
Every one of those fights were good.
Mick Maynard tried his hardest to save the flyweight division, and he failed because there's nobody in that division still.
That's a cute story, except those two guys are fun
in that division. So. Hold on. UFC rankings. What is this? We'll pull up the rankings. Jamie, pull up the rankings.
Jamie, pull up the rankings.
I can't. I already lost my iPad.
I got it right here.
Royval, he's also pretty exciting. Pantoja, Moreno.
Do they even have enough guys to have 15?
It's like every other division. Top half is really good. The bottom half sucks.
Pretty much.
Who's 15th? What's the name?
Sumudarji. What the hell? I'm gonna click on him. Hold on. This man he's 16-6. So he's not exactly great. But again, the UFC is it's just top. Like that's it. The top 10. In subdivision, only like top 5. let's be real. Because like on light heavy, the last guy is Vitor Petrino, followed by Dominic Reyes, who's been knocked out by everyone. So yeah, that's not those guys aren't bad. Royval, his fight versus Pantoja was really good. Moreno, whenever he fought both of them, they're also really good fights. And this is going to be a small event. It's not exactly a big event. So yeah, fair game.
Am I back?
I don't know who's gonna. Yeah, you're back. I don't know who he's facing though. He's facing just like some other guy, and that's all I know about him.
This is the second time I've gotten called while doing a show. People are still not used to me being like back for 80% of the time instead of 20. I don't like it.
That's what he's fighting.
They'll get used to it. Trust me. I'm just going to put out a blanket statement on Facebook. Don't call me on these days.
But that card has 2 different fighters that have over 10 losses.
Fuck.
But sometimes
that's pretty much all we're going to give on the fight nights. Though we're going to save them for the shows whenever they get to that point. Lewis, I'm giving you one more chance. You want to talk about Haney and Garcia?
It's such a the thing is like yes.
Here's the take. Here's the take. We're getting the take.
I see a lot of people in the group, and they're going more so towards Garcia, and I'm like, how in the world? Like, if he knocks Haney out, fine, but that's like a plus 1,000 odd, you know, like it's not. He's gonna get destroyed if this fight goes anywhere close to how it's supposed to go. Because I know people hate Haney, but he's very, very, very good, and he's taking like he has one of the best resumes in that weight class and the weight class below it, 135 and 140. And this is mainly just like people just like how Garcia's been acting out, I guess. Like, I don't know how this is getting more fans. But he missed weight again. That's actually a pretty smart decision.
Erotic behavior makes headlines.
Erotic is a different thing.
Erotic could be a different crowd. Erratic.
But no, wait, no, but he is. I know both terms, but literally some of the videos that he's putting, he's talking about it, his junk. Like, it's weird.
Your hard drive.
He's doing cameos.
But he missed weight by 3 pounds, and then he's like, "Oh yeah," which this part I get, and I told Will, was like, it makes sense because he doesn't really care about the belt. If he goes in there not being dehydrated and he can rehydrate to like 160, more power to him, because that's gonna make it more likely that he wins. Because Haney can actually rehydrate all the way to 160 without any issues.
Yeah.
So that was good, but then he's going on the scales. He's drinking a beer while he's going on the scales, and he's just
blatantly
really
not giving a fuck.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's like on purpose. I just think he's kind of just, he's losing it a little bit.
Maybe, I don't know, but it seems like it's pretty sudden.
Yeah, and only for this fight too.
Yeah,
which this fight has not been selling well because the price for it was like $80 or something.
Yeah, that, and Haney doesn't do shit to sell it.
People don't really like Haney again because he's not gonna. Which I don't get. Like his last fight and then his fight versus Lomachenko, 2 really good fights. Like to show his skill set, and they were both exciting fights. But people just don't like him. People like Tank. People like the other people.
I was about to say, so I'm not trying to sound completely illiterate here, but the guy that
also, Jake, you got a question in the comments for you.
Oh, I do? Hell yeah. What's up? All right, let's see. Jake, do you think Diamond will do better against Islam than he did Khabib? I believe so, yeah, because Khabib is a way better wrestler than Islam, and I think
he needs to retire.
I think that DP is able to stand up, and the problem is that I think DP really wants the title, and as soon as if he can beat Islam, he's hanging it up. He's going to take off the gloves and retire a champion right there, which is bullshit because you're leaving the division in shambles at that point. To go in there, win a title, and retire, you leave the division in shambles because you leave them without a champion.
It's the same thing that happened a couple of years ago whenever Charles faced Chandler.
Lewis, it's going to be awful. Just listen. DP goes in there and somehow beats Islam. The very next fight is going to be Islam versus Gaethje, and then Gaethje's going to win, and then he's going to leave. Then we're going to finally get Arman.
Good.
And
Let
Islam.
him leave. These never champions. The guys keep getting opportunities every single time. Let him retire, bro. Just stop. Put someone else.
I was 100% talking out my ass there, but honestly,
I think it's going to be funny though.
I do think that DP does have a better fight against that. If he leaves title, no, there's no way. Arman's got to get the next shot.
What's going to be funny though, whenever Dustin retires and Gaethje retires, everyone else is a foreigner. Dana is kicking himself because there's no other great American fighters that he can rank up or promote in that division. Like, who's it going to be? Dan Hooker?
No.
Who is
the only guy that he got? He's for the first time in his entire time of running the UFC. This has got to be the only time that he's hoping McGregor loses because Chandler's the only guy he's got. But at the same time,
old. He's 37.
I was about to say that. The thing is, he's not. By the time he gets rolling around, if he could beat Conor and move up in the division and get the next title fight after Arman or something, he's already going to be 39. And then he's not going to last much longer after that. He can't do it. So you got to move on and find another guy.
He commented again, and he said if he leaves the title, Volk will try for a vacant. I'd hate that, honestly.
No, I would hate
3
that
chances
too.
Before some of these guys get one.
Yes, I agree with you 100% on that. It's tough. Now, I answered that question, and I can get back to the boxing real quick. The guy that beat Garcia last, it was Tank, right?
Yeah, but he was dehydrated as well.
Okay, did he get knocked out in that fight? Did
knocked
you say
out,
by a rib?
Yeah, rib. Yeah, he took a body shot and didn't get up. But again, dehydrated. He was injured as well. Which, again, Garcia isn't good. He's a draw, but he's not exactly he's not going to be ranked top 5. He should be ranked 10th, 15th.
Well, it happened after that fight is when he started.
A lot of potential though.
It happened after that fight where he started going off the rails. Is that I wanted to know exactly what started Garcia's crazy stuff.
But he fought, what's his name? Oh, fuck. Duarte, and he was normal versus Duarte. His erratic behavior started for this
fight.
Yeah.
He was at WrestleMania a year ago at 39. Normal as can be, regular dude, very respectful, talking to Booker T. Booker T was hyped for him. So this guy's a young bright star. He's going to be the next big thing. How you going to do against Tank? Just completely normal. Now you see him. He looks fat. He's getting kicked out of baseball parks. He's saying dumb
Well,
shit.
they both got kicked out of the baseball park.
He's hitting on Bobby Altoff on a podcast. I'm
Yeah.
everything he's doing is just like something that you don't see a guy going for a championship doing.
He's like 25. He has like $50 million. It's
crazy.
He's getting attention for like TikTok, Twitter. It's just normal stuff for a guy that young who just came up this, fast.
Yeah,
with excuses.
With no, I don't really like Garcia. With promoters like with Oscar De La Hoya, who really just don't even care about him. Like, they just lift him out there to defend after he lost to Tank. Like, it's a lot of stuff for a young kid, but yeah, he should not be fighting. And again, he's not really. I think if he loses this, people are really going to start like just who cares about
tuning
Garcia
out of him.
Yeah, like they're going to be done with him.
Now,
if he wins, though, that's going to be hilarious.
Yeah. So now we get to the point of the show for the boxing topic. I don't know shit about him. I just know Garcia's crazy. I don't know much about Haney, so I'm going to let you two both make a pick here, and we'll revisit it next week.
The safe pick is Haney. If you want to make any money, it's Garcia by KO, but Haney is probably going to just destroy him like really fucking bad.
Yeah, well, not going to be close. Rough. I want Garcia to win, though.
For the meme. Like you don't like Haney? Oh, Haney's great.
No, he's annoying.
I think as a boxing purist, you have to like Haney, though.
No, I mean, like, he's good.
He's
great.
Really
I just don't like him.
That's fine. Man, hates black people.
Sadly, my boxing knowledge goes as far as the heavyweight division. I don't know anything else about the lower ranks, really.
One of the worst divisions in baseball. In
baseball?
One of the worst divisions in boxing. Nothing. I make my picks via a coin flip.
I really want to have a conversation with you about Andy Ruiz and the Anthony Joshua fight that Ruiz won. But we're not going to do that here now because that's so in the past. But I heard Ruiz is making a comeback and he's a lot skinnier than he was.
He did that once. It didn't work out. Then he got fat again.
So you think he needs to be fat to win?
I think it helps, but it doesn't not help him because he still has really fast hands and really heavy hands. His thing is just that he's not really disciplined. He takes a lot of shots and he gets knocked down a lot on some of these fights. Versus Luis Ortiz, he got knocked down I think like 2 or 3 times. The guy he faced before that, which is like his exact same copy, but I forgot his name. They both got knocked down like 3 or 4 times during that fight, and these aren't good fighters. Like these are fighters who like Luis Ortiz. He's ranked like maybe like 15th now. Like he's old. He's like 40. He lost to Wilder a couple years ago. In which he dominated like the entire fight, but he got knocked out.
So I'm going to go ahead and ask this because I'm going to forget about it if I don't. Do you think Anthony Joshua was looking past him? That's why he lost.
Yeah, it was the last like a short. What were they called? A fight. The main guy can't fight, so they just put someone in.
A step in.
Yeah, he was just a step in. Those are tough fights. And I think he fell too in love with his power because he knocked him down and then he tried to finish him, and that's where he got caught. And then the second fight, he played it smartly. And also, Reese, like he was going out to parties. He came in way fatter than he was before, which that's an accomplishment. So it was just super one-sided for the rematch. And that's how it's always going to go. Like if he fights him again, it's going to be the exact same thing. It's just going to be super lopsided in Joshua's favor.
And now, who does Tyson Fury have next? Does he have Joshua next?
Usyk.
And
he said himself, he's like, these guys who aren't power punchers, who are more technical, they're the ones who've beaten me. So he's not taking Usyk lightly like he took Ngannou because people make too much of that.
I'm going to 100% go against what I want to do because Tyson Fury is the reason I got into boxing and liked him. But I think Usyk's actually really just that good. I don't care about a height difference here. I think he can beat him.
Usyk's the best pound for pound fighter right now. People will say Crawford, people will say Canelo, people say all these. It's Usyk. He moved up, and he's not facing people who are even close to him in weight. He's facing people who are like 40 pounds heavier on fight night.
Was he in the cruiserweight division before? Yeah.
He goes into the heavyweight fights like at 210, 215, and all these guys like what's his name? Fury. He's gone in like at 260, 275 before.
Yeah.
So it's crazy that he's even putting up a fight against these guys.
And the thing is, he's going to have straight shots of the body because he's like, 7 inches shorter than him. So he's going to have an easier chance at hitting body shots, too.
And unlike facing Dubois and unlike when he fought Joshua, he isn't like Fury is not a power puncher.
Yeah.
so you can actually walk through some more of his shots versus Joshua and versus Dubois. You can't really do that, which technically Dubois won that fight, I think, because he knocked Usyk down with a body shot, but the ref ruled it low. Mm-hmm. So he gave him like 5 minutes to recover, and he took the full 5 minutes to recover, and then he came back in and he beat Dubois. He made him quit.
But when that fight does happen, if you guys want to, I would absolutely love to do a watch party for that because I want to see Usyk win. It's not that I don't like dominance because I'm kind of with Will where I'm like, if I see a dynasty happening, it's kind of cool seeing him win unless it's the Chiefs. But I would love to see Tyson Fury go down. Not because I want to see him lose because I'm a big Tyson Fury fan. I just like Usyk that much.
Yeah, I hope Usyk busts his ass. I think he will.
Fury is weird though because this Fury is like, okay, he fought Wilder 3 times, and then he fought who?
Dillian
White, and I think that's it. He fought someone else, I think.
Ngannou, right?
Ngannou,
which not active guys who aren't Joshua, who weren't Usyk, who aren't some of the other heavyweights who I'm blanking on. So it's like his resume really got boosted by Wilder, who just isn't that good. It never was that good, but he got boosted because he's American heavyweight, blah blah blah. So I want Usyk to face these guys before he leaves again, because I feel like after every single fight, he kind of thinks like maybe I should retire now. I want him to fight Usyk. I want him to fight Joshua. Philip Ergovich is another guy I want him to fight.
I really like and the reason why that got me is because Fury made an appearance in the WWE, and I was like, "Who's this guy?" And I found out he was a boxer, and then I started following the trilogy that would eventually happen between him and Wilder. And I really liked Wilder because he's got a really funny Southern twang, and I can just listen to him talk all day because I just think it's funny. I think he's just a great talker, and he can really get you. Him doing the one chip challenge thing, absolutely hilarious. I loved it. He's just an entertaining guy, and so I liked it, even though I was rooting for Fury, but I was fine with whoever won.
Have you guys heard of the meme where it's like to this day that came from Wilder? Mm-hmm. Also, the man's legs are just like toothpicks, man.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, dude, it's
crazy.
Weird.
So skinny, like dangerous.
He's fighting Zhang. I fucking love Zhang. He lost against Parker in that one. Not UK. What were they fighting? Were those guys who have a lot of money? What are they called?
United Arab Emirates.
Yeah, he lost there. But he's gonna put up a fight versus Wilder, and I feel like he's gonna dominate him the same way Parker dominated Wilder. Because Zhang is really good.
But with that being said, you guys got your picks in. I got a few boxing questions in there, which is something I've been meaning to do anyway because I like touching up on stuff I don't know about. That was fun. Stuff. Check the comments real quick for anything. We got someone picking Usyk.
Guys,
money get to him.
We're taking questions. Let's go. Come on, chat.
Come on, chat.
I think Damien's the only one watching. He was the one that called me, and I was like, I'm going to finish up this pod real quick for others. So thanks for coming to the show after getting off the phone with me, Damien. I appreciate that. He wants to get on the show one time, but he's got like 6 kids, so it's tough for him to find the time and the quiet.
Yeah, hide in the closet.
For real.
I'm on the roof.
He could. He's got a great garage he can hide in, too. That's where I watch all the fights at now.
Oh, that's dope.
There you go.
But, yeah, other than that, I ain't got nothing left. Shout out to Damien for being the only one that showed up. I'm sure this was last minute. Everyone is used to the show being on Friday, but I had something come up, but I still wanted to get this show out. So thanks for making the quick turn for me, Will and Lewis. Thanks for taking Mike's spot today. Mike will be returning for the next tap out we do. I don't know if we're doing one next week or if we're going to do.
You should.
In
honestly,
2 weeks.
Those small little cards, they can be pretty, or at least like a post one where it's after the event, like on a Sunday, maybe the next Friday, to review it. Some of these small events are bangers.
As long as Will's got the time, and I'm free. I'm
Make
free.
Time, Will.
No. Will, I'm not calling that out either. But I'm free on the weekends. But we always got to do these shows before the card. That's the thing. Because
I think what Louis just said makes a lot of sense. For the smaller like fight nights, it's more of a show or more content if you just do a recap versus before. Because we don't have a small card with a bunch of people that we don't really care about or know about at the moment. Doesn't really. What do you offer ahead of time?
Guys who will never fight for a championship.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like it's just a bunch of
the only issue we're going to run into when we do that is when we get in the football season.
Maybe.
Talk a little bit of football too, bro. Talk about my Colts. Anthony Richardson, best quarterback in the league.
Depending on how me and The parlay crew has done a bunch of mock drafts, and each time the draft has gone extremely well for the Colts. I'm not gonna lie. If they can draft anywhere near what Will
Yeah, we
has
can't
been
make the
doing for them,
playoffs.
if the Colts let Will be their GM, they could have a good season next year.
No,
Is all
thank
I'm
you.
saying.
No thanks.
No, Will. No,
I got a good receiver that had like 8 picks in one of the out of like.
I was there. I made that one.
No, there's a different one. Like before that was even crazier.
So you're saying that anyone can do it? It's easy.
I'm
No,
saying, you know, I had a lot better.
Will absolutely killed it. I will say I've watched him do 3 drafts, and the Colts absolutely killed each one of them.
Take care of your Colts, bro.
I absolutely loved what
they can't
Will
take
was
care of
able
themselves.
to, and I'm not gonna lie, the most recent draft that we did, I loved what he did with the Patriots. We got Chop Robinson in the 2nd round, and I don't know how the fuck that happened.
I don't know how he fell.
When is the draft?
Next week we're doing our draft show.
25th, 26th.
When is that? Like what day specifically?
Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
Thursday the 25th. Damn.
I can't wait. Will, I only got 3 days of work, and then it's NFL draft show. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's fire.
The draft show was so fun last year. I was looking so forward to it this year. That's why I was like, I got to get back on these and get my rhythm back.
Jimmy hit me up too, so he's ready.
Jimmy, I was just about to ask about you.
Fuck yeah, dude. But with that, guys, we're not going to keep you. We're just kind of bullshit now, so we're going to go ahead and end the show.
Well, I want to make sure we got to an hour.
Oh,
there we go.
Wow, it's only been an hour.
Yeah.
Again, thanks guys for.
Sorry, we
love the highlights.
Happen. And hit our Kamui.
Kamui.
What does that mean?